something I feel like God has been speaking to me lately is the danger of our phones. Now, before you scroll away, just hear me out for a second. I'm not saying that our phones are necessarily bad. They can be used for good things. I do Bible studies on my phone. I make videos like this on my phone. But a problem in the world nowadays is we see so many people who, all of us, even including myself, we can have the habit of just scrolling on our phones endlessly and mindlessly. And God doesn't want us to use our phones for this intention. And I feel like He's warning us to not make these phones into an idol. We can spend so much time on these phones, giving so much attention to them, and don't even give half the attention to God. Like I said, I'm not necessarily saying that our phones are bad, but when we use them in such an extent, like we've all gotten to the point sometimes where we get so lost in our phones, and it can be, we get so lost and we get stuck in it for too long. We get scrolling for too long. We end up questioning why we're even on our phones. And the devil this is exactly what the devil wants. He wants us to be lost in this time with our phones. It's to waste our time. And like I said, it's not necessarily bad to just watch your phone sometimes or make videos like this. That's not bad, but like how we use it, where it's all we do and it's all the time we have, all the extra time goes into our phone. And time is precious. God gives us this time as a gift, not to be wasted. We want to be careful though, not to make things idols. And a lot of times we look and we're like, I would never have an idol. I would never put anything in the place of God. I would think that sometimes, but you have to check yourself sometimes and be like, I'm actually giving more time to this than I am God. And you have to humble yourself in that way to be able to realize that. But just like I said, like, idols can happen without even you realizing them. Idols can be in your life without you even noticing that you're there. And like I said, we can be in this state of like, I would never have an idol. I would never put anything in the place of God. But we can do it without even realizing it. Our phones can take the place of God just because we spend so much time on them, on our phones, on these devices. Idols can be anything. It can be sports. It can be friends. It can be relationships. It can be anything that we put our mind on all the time and we're putting in that place of God. Something maybe we're looking for our love and fulfillment in, which can only come from God. So we're putting that in the place of God. Maybe it's something that you're just putting all your time and thinking into, which our mind and thinking should be set on the kingdom. Now, I'm not saying everything we put our mind onto is bad, but I am saying be careful that things aren't idols. That is the whole point of this video, is to not have idols. And I feel like phones nowadays can be the biggest form of idols because we spend so much time on it. We spend so much time thinking about what we were watching, and even TVs and video games and friends, relationships, sports, anything really, anything in your life, like I said, that you put in the place of God, even if you don't realize it. But I just wanted to talk about phones because I feel like phones can be a big idol. Like, it can be a big waste of our time, like I said, and where we could even put it in the place of God. So today, this is just, I feel like a warning that God has been speaking to me, and He's wanting me to share it with all of you, that we have to be careful. In the Bible, in Deuteronomy, I'm sorry, I can't say that right, but it talks about, you shall have no other gods before me. And God is the one and only true God, and we can't have any gods before Him. So if we have idols, like I said, even things we don't realize, I would seriously consider and urge you to slow down and humble yourself and really ask yourself the question, do I have any idols in my life? Am I giving anything more time than I am giving God? And it's not just about giving more time to something, it's about your heart posture too. What are you always thinking about? What is your heart set on? What are you seeking after in life? Where are you going to for your love and fulfillment? How is your relationship with God? So, yeah, just be very careful. And like I said, God just wanted me, I feel like, to come on here and let you guys know that these phones can be an idol sometimes, and to not waste all of our precious time, this gift God has given us, on randomly scrolling on these phones. It's not necessarily bad, but like I said, it can become an idol where it takes the place of God. Like I said, I urge you guys to just humble yourselves today and be like, is there anything I'm putting more time into than I am God? Is there anything that is taking the place of God in my life? Yeah, but that's it. I really consider you guys to pray about it. I love you guys so much, and Jesus loves you more.